Hey guys, I am finally back with a new review of the brand new Roger Waters album, The Dark Side of the Moon Redux. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, Roger Waters, one of the members of Pink Floyd, one of the people who originally created Dark Side of the Moon, is back for his own new spin on the album. One that nobody asked for or even thought of. Like, I don't think anybody expected this shit before it was announced. And I'm just gonna say off the bat, I am disappointed. And it's not because this album is bad, which it is, and that I expected it to be good. It's that I expected it to be worse so I could just, like, make jokes about it and, like, say something. But I really just can't because this thing is bad, but it is just so goddamn boring. I thought it was gonna be so cringe that I would have like a bunch of different things to like nitpick about and talk about how cringe they were, because the original lead up single that we got to this one, Money, is still fucking cringe, but sadly the rest of the album is not as bad as that. And now I'm just left with like this really boring album that there's not like too much to talk about, and yeah, that just kind of sucks. First off, let's just talk about the positives of this album. The instrumental arrangements and the production of this thing all sound really good. Like, this album sounds good. But the contents of this thing, of the sound, are just like, just uninteresting. The main formula of this album is taking a song from Dark Side of the Moon, and Roger Waters basically just slows it down. It's like fucking slow reverb version, but not reverb really. And occasionally he'll just like ramble over the instrumental about God knows what. I literally don't remember shit because of how fucking boring and unentertaining it was. Let's just go track by track. Speak to Me and Breathe are just really fucking boring. The instrumentals aren't that entertaining. Like I said, they sound fine, but it's just fucking boring. But then we have On the Run, which somehow is like the best song you hear to me, maybe because the instrumental is actually kind of interesting. I think outside of the context of Dark Side of the Moon, if you just had this as like an interlude, then I think it would be pretty cool. I do think that this thing itself drags on for way too long. I think that maybe if you cut it in half, it would be good, and Roger Waters talking wouldn't sound like as annoying. But yeah, as it is, it's still not very good. Then we have Time, which is just very close to the original. It's just slower, like I mentioned before. Then we have Great Gig in the Sky, which once again, you got it slowed down, and Roger Waters is just fucking rambling over it. And Great Gig in the Sky, the one song with those amazing vocals that are like, whoa. That was embarrassing. I don't know why the fuck I did that, but that's like the most important part of the track. And it's just gone now. That part is not there, so yeah, now the shit is just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't see what the point is. He just removed the best part of the goddamn song and started rambling over it. And Money, like I mentioned earlier, is easily the goofiest one here, and just a lot of goofy talking. And the instrumental is pretty much just the same as the original, just slow. I'm just saying the same shit over and over again because that's really all I can say about this thing. Us and Them is boring. Like 5 minutes in, the instrumental gets kind of cool with these strings, but that barely even lasts for long, so the song is just boring, like I said. Any Color You Like is also just boring. He's talking. The instrumental sounds fine, but you remove like the really cool synth part from the original song, so then once again it's just like what stripped like the best part of the song and just added fucking goofiness. And then the last two songs are just like, he barely even added shit anymore. Like, these are just slower versions of the songs. And you know what? That's honestly not like a bad thing after hearing the rest of this. I'm glad that he decided not to fucking ramble anymore. But even then, it's just like, what is the point of this? Like, you didn't really add anything to the album. You just kind of made it slower. I mean, like, Sure, I guess it's sort of a different experience, but I would much rather listen to Dark Side of the Moon original version. And like with that being said, like Dark Side of the Moon, the original, is a very highly acclaimed, very good album. I'm not as big on it as other people are. I'm more of an Animals meat writer, honestly. But like, no way in hell would I ever listen to this thing again over the original. Like, never, ever. I don't think I will ever touch this thing again. This thing is cringe, it is boring, and it is just pointless. But look, is it the most cringe album of the year? You know, like, that NF album came out, Lil Pump, Avenged Sevenfold. I don't think so. Most boring album of the year, the National album that came out earlier this year, definitely more boring than this. So it's like, this isn't the worst thing ever, the worst thing that's come out this year. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not very good. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. It's pretty bad. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have been here before, you'll notice that this is a completely different setup. I'm getting rid of the green screen for this so you can see like how I'm doing this now. If you like it, put in the comments that you do. If you don't like it, then maybe I can figure out something else. Hopefully it doesn't look like shit in the normal video, but yeah, thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.